Then the myth number 4 is about inflation. This is the third big macroeconomic indicator or set of indicators. Bulgaria has a high inflation. That's the way the myth goes. You look at this, now please know that this is a logarithmic scale. So the same difference here is 10 times bigger than the same difference here. So this is the inflation rate, average annual consumer inflation in Bulgaria. And we can see a very serious shift from levels about 100% or even 1,000 to levels that are pretty much below 10% annually. Now this is a very big shift. So we've had high inflation, yes, in the same first, guess what, 8 years of transition where we had the dropping GDP, we had the dropping employment, and now we have a high inflation in the same first 8 years. But then the inflation is what in all the books would qualify as the low parts of the moderate inflation. It's not low inflation by any measure, but it's in the low parts of moderate inflation. To give you the contrast more clearly is the second graph, which is in levels, it's not in logarithmic terms now. This is the actual inflation rates from 0% down up to above 1,000%. And you can see the first period, and then you can see the second period. It's basically down there. You cannot notice anything. No, these are two very different inflations. Obviously, Bulgaria has had a high inflation episode, but since then, Bulgaria is having a quite normal for a catching up country inflation. Now, my favorite part, we enter here the external sector. It has a lot of implications. It's an especially important thing for countries like Bulgaria because we are a small open economy. We basically depend on the rest of the world, namely the European Union. The only good metaphor that I can describe the Bulgarian economy is it's a fly connected to an elephant.